Hello, Western High School students. My name is Mr. Williams, and I'm going to be teaching you either forensic science or physics, or maybe both. So I'm standing out here by my green bean patch in my garden, and I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Sorry for the shaky camera, definitely need a selfie stick. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background. So my first career was not teaching. So I used to be a research and development chemist. And so I studied a lot of organic chemistry in college. I enjoyed it. I excelled at it. And so my first jobs that I had was I worked for this company called the Institute of Molecular Discovery and Drug Design. Sounds really fancy. So basically I connected chemicals like Lego pieces to build pharmaceuticals. And so the particular drug that I worked on while I was at that company was a drug that basically made bones grow. After that position, I moved to a different company where I made plastics. They called them thermoplastics. And I made dozens of different plastics at that company that I researched and developed. One of my big claim to fame was I produced a plastic that was used in NASCAR brake pads. It was at one time. It's been a while, so maybe the brake pads got better since then, but that's my claim to fame. And so after working in the laboratory, I decided that, I really wanted to have more human interaction, because working in the lab is you're in a lab all the time. I felt like I never got to see the sun. And so I started teaching. So I got a master's degree in education with focus in chemistry, because that's my background, chemistry. And my dog Coco wants to say hi. Hi, Coco. She's bringing a stick. She's gonna hang out with us. There she goes. So where was I? So I got into teaching, and so I substitute taught for a long time. I loved substitute teaching. It was great. And while I did that, I had a lot of long-term positions where I taught Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Geometry, Pre-Calculus, College Algebra. And I have most of my teaching experience actually teaching math. It's pretty interesting. But since then, for the last 5 or 6 years, I'm starting to lose count, I have been teaching science. So since that's more of my background, that's what I'm more suited to teach, that's what I'm doing. And so I have taught biology, chemistry, physics, forensic science, and a couple of other courses. So I've done a little bit. If you ever need a little help in math, ask me. I can help you out. You need some help in some of your science classes? I've helped teach those classes before. I'll help you out. Just let me know. So let me look at my little agenda here, what I said I was going to talk about. What kind of stuff do I like to do? I'm sitting in my green bean patch over here by my chickens. I don't know if you hear those little cluckers. I like to garden. It really is very satisfying that I can plant a, 5-cent seed and I can produce 200 pounds of tomatoes or green beans. And so I really like the idea of farming and being self-sufficient. I grew up pretty poor. And so that really helped out my family growing up. We didn't have a lot of money, but we definitely had a garden and we had love for each other. I really like doing things that I feel like, hey, yeah, I did that before, So I've worked on cars. I've changed like engines out of cars. I work on my car a lot. Now I buy old cars for real cheap, fix them up, and either drive them or sell them eventually. So I've spent a lot of time cooking. I've worked in the restaurant industry for over a decade and a half. So if you're interested in culinary, I might have a little insight to that in life. But I enjoy life. I enjoy people. I enjoy doing things. And my advice for you is to have more things that you enjoy than things that you don't enjoy. So I want to tell you about a goal that I have. I'm going to have you tell me a goal for this semester. So a goal that I have that I feel like it's going to be a big challenge for me is I want to create a digital learning classroom that's going to help you get the same experience as when we were in person. And I think that's a challenge. We've got time restraints. Life is a little bit more complicated. routines and schedules have been broken up. I'm still working on my routine and my schedule. And so I want to be able to deliver high quality instruction that gets you learning just as much, because that's the goal. We want to get you learning. And so that's my video. I just want to introduce myself. I hope that you are doing well. I can't wait to see you in Google Classroom, and I'm really more excited to see you in person where we can do some labs and experiments. That's where all the science fun is, right? So guys, take care and have a nice day. I will see you soon.